What's up, y'all? What's good? Welcome to the What Up Doe Show. It's your boy Dame D, and I am back with another one. It's Freestyle Friday, y'all. What's going on? I'm gonna wait for a few people to jump in before we start the conversation. Then we're gonna get the commentary going on. But I want to say Happy Friday to everybody. Hopefully everybody's having a great Friday thus far. So I'm gonna wait for a few people. We got a few guests that should be joining us. A lot of people say they want to come in and conversate and chop it up. So I sent out links. So before I start the conversation up, I'm gonna wait for a few of you guys to jump in, and then I'm gonna wait for a few of my guests that I invited to come in. Yep. So, but yeah, man, it's Freestyle Friday. Let's get it in. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, I see we got a comment over there. I got to make sure I can be heard. What up, though? Let me go look and see. Wheels on Twos. What up, though, cuz? How you doing? Hopefully you having a good Friday. How you doing today? That's what's up. We're gonna have to bring you on, man, and get an interview and talk about heels on wheel. Well, heels on twos, I should say. Yeah, I know who it is. I see your logo. Yeah. So yeah, y'all definitely go check out Wheels on Twos. She's in a bike club, and she put out all type of great things for women to buy for their motorcycle and gear and things like that. I was getting ready to say paraphernalia, but just different type of things that women have for when they're out riding, I should say. But cuz type in there what type of things that you got for your merch for your wheels on two, I should say. I don't want to put out your merch and putting out the wrong information. But yeah, I'm waiting on your brother to actually show up and come in. He's Skeezy. He's supposed to be joining us, so I'm waiting on him to come on in. But yeah, like I said, tell me what type of merch you got so I can put it out there. For people, for women and men who ride bikes. I used to ride a few years ago. Yep, see, but you down there in Houston, I believe, because you can ride all year long. Let me know. You know what? Let me check my check to make sure everybody can hear me clear. We are live on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. So let me make sure that everybody can hear my audio and video clear. But yeah, cause okay, I see we are live over here on Facebook, YouTube. Okay, there we go. We can be definitely heard. Yep. So yeah, cuz if you want to come on in, send me your email and I'll bring you on in the live chat. You can come in and chop it up with us. Yeah, but go check her out. Wheels on Two. Yep, so I'm just waiting on a few people to come on in before I start up tonight's conversation. It's Freestyle Friday. I got a few things that's on my mind and I'm going to talk about. And then, like I said, it's Freestyle Friday. So we pretty much talk about whatever's on our mind, who's all on the show. Yep. So how's everybody Friday been going thus far? It was nice all week long. And then when it got close to the weekend, this weather just dropped back down to, back in the 30s. But that still don't stop people, getting out and about. It was Friday, everybody was out and about. Like, it was warm weather, but we definitely enjoyed those nice warm days that we had, Monday through Wednesday. Okay, I'm waiting on you, East Keys, to come on in. I told you I was starting up at 10:20. Okay, I didn't even see all the comments. My bad, cuz she said she has women clothing, women clothing's line. So hoodies, hats, gloves, jogging suits, chaps, heel stones, etc. So definitely make sure you get with Wheels on Two. She's in the comment section tonight. Cuz if you want to come on in, send me your email and I'll bring you on in. Like I said, I'm waiting for your brother to come on in. His phone had died out, and then we're gonna start up the conversation. But if not, in about 5 minutes, I'm gonna start it up without him or without everybody I sent the links out to anyway. But definitely get with Wheels on too, for women clothing line, women merch. And I'll put that up here so everybody can see. Hoodies, hats, gloves, jogging suits, chaps, and etc. Yep. So it's Friday night. I'm chiming in, checking in. Hopefully everybody's having a great night tonight. I'm gonna go in and start up the conversation. The first thing that's on my mind tonight is another black man has been found hanging in Marietta, Georgia. So I just want to come in and start the conversation off with that. What's going on with all these black men being found hung, and then it's always coming back with that these men have committed pretty much suicide. It's almost it's the same playbook that they've been running for years. The family is not going for that. The family has a lot of questions. This was a young 21-year-old man. What reasons would he have to want to commit suicide or want to kill himself? So it's a lot of unanswered questions about this situation. And then the media, the mainstream media has not been they have not been talking about this or making this a issue to put out here, to put the mainstream media coverage out here, on this situation, so they don't want to talk about that. So, that's what I'm here for. I try to do my due diligence on situations like that. When the main media don't want to talk about situations like that, we the people, us, people who have their platforms and things like that, we have to talk about issues like that. But yeah, another black man has been found hanging, and they're trying to cover it up. Like I said, the mainstream media is not really talking about it. Okay, I see your email. I see you just sent the email. What did you send it to my did you send it to my DM, cuz? Tell me where you sent it to, and I'm gonna go and I'm gonna bring you in. Let me check my messages. But yeah, my question is, what's going on? This is probably like the second story this year, starting off this year, that we've talked about a black man being hung. But last year there probably were like 3 or 4 stories that we talked about this same issue where you found a few truck drivers down there, you found a few young men. In the comments, let me see. Okay, I see it. I see it. I'm getting ready to send. I'm getting ready to send it out now. I've been just got back from the little Mexican restaurant. Me and the family had a few margaritas, so I'm a little tipsy. So I do see it now. Sorry about that, but yeah, you know, um, it's been like I said, another black man has been murdered. 21-year-old Kyle Bassinger is his name. I don't want to tear his name up. Basinga is his last name. Oh yeah, I'm getting ready to bring you in, cuz. Give me 1 second. Hold on, let me back up. I got to back up. I got to write this down. So give me 1 second. Let me write your email down. I'm bring you in. Yeah, but it's a shame, man. Hopefully you guys, hopefully you guys heard about that. Like I said, the media is not really talking about this situation. And it's a reason why. So we're gonna talk about that for a little bit. Okay, cuz I'm about to send you the link. So yeah, like I said, again, another black man from, and this happened down in Marietta, Georgia. All right, I'm typing it up now. I don't know why I keep wanting to say Heels on Wheels. You know what? Why didn't that pop up? You know what? Maybe hold on. Let me go back because something ain't right. It didn't pop up. So let me go back to the comment section. Yeah, you got. I'm looking at you got at Heels on Twos 88, 88, 83, 83. But what is it? Is it at gmail.com? You got to write it out exactly how it is, cuz. So is it at Heels on Twos 83, 83 at gmail.com? Let me know if it's that. Because just at Heels on Twos 83, 83 is nothing's popping up. Here, let me go back up to make sure that you didn't send something else. Okay, yeah. So yeah, let me know if I was supposed to put I see it's at Wheels on Twos 83, 83. So but is that at gmail.com? Or just type it out exactly how it is. Because that did not pop up. But yeah, yeah, I want to, get you guys' opinion on this situation. Have you heard about the young man, Kyle Bassinger, who was hung again, I should say, in Marietta, Georgia? And like I said, these stories have been going on around the country. The mainstream media has not really been talking about these stories. I even actually have a little bit of commentary of this situation. So give me 1 second. I got this queued up, so I'm gonna share this and give you guys a little bit, because like I said, the mainstream media is not really talking about this at all. So there's not too much coverage about this situation on the media. Just those who've been reporting the situations. But I have a little bit of coverage of this other podcaster, actually, dang, excuse me, I don't mean to keep saying that, but Taylor Publishing Housing, he actually talked about that for a second. So I'm getting ready to show you guys a little bit of clip that he actually had that he discussed about the situation. Sorry about that. Yeah, and I'm still looking for your email. I see that you put the Heels on Twos 80, 83, 83, but you have to send it to me exactly how it is, how your email actually is. All right, so here we go, you guys. I'm getting ready to show this this video of what happened to this young man.
Some blessings, peace and blessings, all praises due to the Most High. And this information is still circulating, is sort of fresh, where it is alleged that 21-year-old Kyle Bassinger, a student at Georgia State University in Georgia, has been found on a walking trail in Marietta, Georgia, suspended in the air from a tree, hanging from a tree. Now, there's no news coverage of this yet, but there is a lot of social media information that is circulating.
And fair use. This I'm using this for comment, for literary and commentary and educational purposes only.
So I'm going to share a little bit of those social media posts with you. And so there's also some video of him walking on the trail saying he was followed, but there's also a video of him in a confrontation with the police. Now, keep in mind, he has been missing since February the 14th, Valentine's Day. There are several posts from his family expressing concern of his whereabouts. Now, just take a look at this right here. If you look at this post right here, it says another black man found hanging. I could not get a
Hold on, let me pause this. You guys
still hanging from the tree. Now 11:46 a.m. Yes, black. So this is so sad. So sad. A Mexican man was walking through the trail and thought it was a prank until he saw that it was a real body and came running out screaming. It's a real body. It's dead. It's hanging. Someone walking through Fair Oaks Park, Marietta, Georgia. Now, we've covered many of these situations on this channel. Most recently, the one that kind of caught the nation by storm is that of Trey Reed, a Mississippi, a Delta State University student who was found on the campus. Now, people are already saying that this is a fake story, but there's too much information circulating about this for it to be fake, in my opinion. Just look at some more of these Facebook posts, and even someone has unearthed videos of our brother Cal in some precarious positions.
And once he showed the video, watch. I'll get out of this.
And this post right here was made on February the 15th, 5 days ago. If you see this young man, please call 911 immediately. His name is Cal Basinga. He is one of Samari's best friends since 6th grade. All the family and friends are distraught. So this is a missing person flyer. Last seen Reflection Student Housing. So once again, that alleges that he is a student. And here's another post. A 21-year-old man was found hanging at Fair Oaks Park in Marietta, Georgia on Wednesday. Police haven't identified the victim yet, but it is believed to be the missing 21-year-old Cal Basinga, who was last seen leaving Georgia State University and lives in Marietta. The only articles I can find are just the statement, a man was found hanging from a tree Wednesday morning. And if you look at this photo, here's another photo of him. It is obvious that, he likes to walk the trails. This is him out in the trails. Also, here's another post that you see him out in the wilderness. 21-year-old Cal Basinga was found deceased in a wooded area of Fair Oaks Park near West Booth Road in Cobb County, just outside of Marietta, Georgia. Investigators have stated that the case is currently being investigated as a possible self-unalivement, of course, but the final determination is pending autopsy results by the Cobb County Medical Examiner's Office. Unverified community report that the death is a lynching rather than self-unalivement or self-inflicted. No official statement from law enforcement or major news sources has labeled it as such. And once again, him here out in the woods, in the wilderness. So that is where he, liked to stay. Now, here is a video of the young brother out in the woods, but also he's going to be having a conversation.
Now, this is the video that I'm talking about, where
kind of contentious
being followed
with the police. Just
a white woman, and then he was also spoken to by the police.
Treat me like I'm some crazy. A random car drives me like that. What? Bro, look where you on the sidewalk right here. You was driving close to me, bro.
In my face, okay? That's the last time you can get in my face.
I'm not even close to you right now, gang. Just give me my shit and I can go about my business. Because this is low-key illegal what you just did. Just check me. What was your reason for getting
the student side?
Bro, I'm risking to myself and I can say a real emotion. Like, obviously it's fight or flight, but you're not supposed to fear a human being. Let anyone try to downplay you or downsize you. Because at the end of the day, we're all human beings. Persevere into you is a form of showing that, I'm not equal towards you. I'm actually above you. So you should never let anyone put that fear in your heart, man. Walk with God in your heart. If you got God in your heart, you shouldn't need to fear anybody except God. But yeah, I'm gonna start walking now because this lady's starting.
All right,
Okay,
so
I'm
there
gonna
you
stop
see
that and come out because, as you heard, he said the lady was actually following him, and you can hear from the video that he had confrontation with the police. A white woman was following him. So, in a lot of these cases that we've been hearing about, these young men coming up missing and then end up finding days later, or just end up finding hanging from a tree, somehow the police never can. It's always coming up. These with no foul play, that these men are committing suicide. And you got to ask yourself, it's never coming back with no type of evidence or none. A lot of people think the police definitely has a hand, in these situations, allegedly, because and you heard it from yourself through the video on this video. This young man was confronted by the police, and then some days later, this young man come up missing, and then not just missing, come up hanging from a tree. So I need for you guys to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Give me your thoughts on that situation. Like I said, this was the second young black man that was found this year alone, hanging from a tree. We like I said, we've talked about this story multiple times last year. It was about 4 or 5 young men that came up missing. So this is definitely an issue that needs to be looked into, more. The police is, like I said, it's never finding no type of evidence that that it was that it was foul play. It's always coming back that it's not foul play. So that's kind of fishy. It's a lot of fishy shit that's been going on with these cases. The family is has a lot of unanswered questions. So Leah, like I said, I want you guys to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Give me your thoughts on that. What up, though, James Sanders? We were just talking about that. Have you heard anything about that? About the young man down in Marietta, Georgia, Kyle Bassinger. Another man just came up missing a few days ago. Well, that missing, they found him hanging from a tree. But yeah, man, I'm gonna go ahead and move on from that. Like I said, I was waiting on a few people to come in. And Kiyaka, I know that you put the email in there, but the email that you put is not popping up. So either text it to my phone, the whole email, and that way I'll be able to bring you in. But James, what's up, man? Come on, send me your email. I definitely want to bring you in. What's up, Adina Gamal? Yeah, that's a sad situation. This is and like I said, I talked about this over the spring and over the fall. You had multiple young men that's been coming up missing. And it's it's a lot of strange shit going on, and I did a story and I talked about that. It's been a lot of strange fruit hanging from these trees down south. Like I said, you had multiple truck drivers in the down south, the North Carolina areas, last summer that came up missing. I believe you even had brothers that were down there, if I can remember, that came up missing. And Adina Gamal made a comment. She said, "Thanks for keeping us abreast to things. Right now, it seems like we are going backwards." Yeah, and this is horrible, man. And like I said, this is, if it's what's going on, if what's going on, what I think, man, they slowly but surely are taking people out, right up under our noses. Most definitely, allegedly, law enforcement has something to do with that. It's just too fishy for no evidence to come up. You have young men that has their future in front of them, young. Like I said, you even have most of these young men that were coming up, hanging from these trees were truck drivers that that were just starting their careers as truck drivers, so a lot of them weren't familiar with the areas that they were going to down there, so, definitely be careful, young men, when you're in these southern states and you don't know the areas or you don't know the people, and definitely be aware, of your surroundings, because it's a lot of stories that, and you can go back on and look on my page, or in a good page to look at is Taylor Public Housing, where I showed this video from. But yeah, man, I'm gonna move on from that. But hopefully we can get ahead of that. Hopefully we can get on top of that. Okay, she said I just sent it above. Okay, let me see. Did you send it in my message? Yeah, that's what I put in. You got it. It has to be Here, I'm gonna try to put it in now. Is it a Gmail or Yahoo or what? Because I have to put it in something. So I'm getting ready to type that in again. Okay, I see it now. I see it now. Now you just put it in there. You didn't put that in there the first time. I'm getting ready to send that to you now. My bad. See, you didn't. Now go look at your messages. It wasn't that the first time. So I'm getting ready to send it to you now. So, but yeah, man. Before I move on to the next subject, that's a sad situation. I'm getting ready to bring Heels on 2 in the conversation with us. So give me a second, you guys. I'm typing this up. And Heels on 2, you got to forgive me. Like I said, I just came back out. Just came back from dinner. Had a few margaritas. So, but I know those first messages that you sent, they did not say at gmail.com. So that's what we were missing. Hopefully everybody, okay, there we go. Now I got you. Now I sent you the link. Now you got it. See, the first time you didn't send that, but I got you now. But yeah, man, another sad situation. This is something that definitely needs to be looked into. It's been too many young black men, truck drivers, and just black men in general that's been found hanging from trees in these southern areas. So we have to look into this, and like I said, to the truck drivers who do routes down there, or just young men in general, always be aware of your surroundings because now we know what's really going on, so we even heard of situations where, you had guys out there trying to stop the truck drivers, and you had guys off in the cut trying to hide, basically trying to set these truck drivers up. So, be aware of your surroundings. Like I said, you can go to multiple, content that I did on this. You can go to some of the, content that I did on my pages about these truck drivers coming up missing. But yeah, I'm going to move on with that. Hopefully Heels on Wheels should be getting ready to come in and join us. I sent her the link. We got a few people in here watching. I need for you guys to hit that subscribe button. Make sure that you're liking and you're sharing. That way this content will be able to get out. What's funny, Adina? And how you been doing? Let me go back to your last comment. Okay. Yeah, see, she put a comment. I mean, she put a link in there. That's awesome. So give me your thoughts on that before I move on to the next subject, Dina. What are your thoughts about this situation? Like I said, I've done multiple shows on young men that's been found hanging from trees, and it's just, to me, in my opinion, it's fishy. What young men starting a new career, would drive miles away to hang himself, and as a black person, most black men will not commit suicide by hanging themselves. We almost, I'm not going to say scared to, kill ourselves, but it's rare that you hear black men, committing suicide, especially by hanging themselves. They'll go other routes like, taking pills and things like that. You're not saying anything I'm liking yet. That's fine. Going on, man. If I ain't saying nothing you like, move on. We talking about things that's important to, the black community. If what I'm saying about a young black man that was found hanging from a tree is not saying anything to you, get the fuck on. Gooch yourself. You know what I mean? I don't even know why people come in the comment section and say shit like that, unless I misread it. But Heels on 2. I sent you the link. Come on in. But yeah, Adina, give me your thoughts on that. It's been mighty fishy. It's been mighty funny, that we've been having a lot of black men coming up hanging from trees. There we go. We got a breakaway getting ready to come in. There we go. There she go. What up, though?
What up, dog?
Can you hear me? Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Go ahead and formally introduce yourself to the show.
Well, my name is Breakaway. I am the cousin of the host. I'm nobody special. I just want to join in on a great
You somebody
conversation.
special. You the cousin of the host. You special to me.
Oh, thank you, cuz.
Yeah. So
Bruh.
before I move on to this next subject, I got another
Mhm.
comment that just came in there too. Are you
Oh,
familiar with what's going on? What we're talking about these young men that's been finding hanging from trees out in the South. You know, James Sanders just made a comment. He said these young black boys haven't been taught about the dirty. Dang, these comments. Adina just put in the comment. I got to go back. My bad, James.
well,
Uh, comment came in and it took that one off the screen. So, but yeah,
while you looking up James'
Heels on
comment,
two.
let
Are you
me.
familiar with what's going on? He said these young black boys haven't been taught about the dirty South and racism and the KKK. No, they have not. You know, and that's why it's important. You know, that we had a conversation about that. You know, for us to have conversations and talks like that. You know, but heels on two, man. You know what's going on? How your Friday night been going thus far?
Whew. I literally just got off a plane about an hour ago, so I was sitting on the couch and it popped up that you was on live, and I was like, "Let me check them out, see what's going on tonight."
That's what's
But
up. That's what's up. Well, I'm
I
glad
do
you
want
joined
to
us. I
make
was waiting on your brother to come in and join us.
who Emmanuel?
Yeah, he's skeezy. You know,
Oh,
he's my co-host on Freestyle Fridays.
oh, okay. I don't. Well, did you text him?
Yeah, yep. So he said
Well,
he was waiting on his phone to charge up, but you know how that goes.
oh,
But you know, the show
well,
must go on.
well. I do want
Yep.
to make a
So
comment
where you
on
just
the
coming back
whole.
from?
I
Go ahead,
do
my
want to
bad.
make a comment on the
Go
whole
ahead.
hanging thing. So, being a prior resident of Georgia for about 10 years, fortunately, I never really experienced racism, and currently I'm in tech. Well, let me take that back. Nothing that was outside of any other state that I've been in, because absolutely you have racism everywhere. But one of the things I wanted to tap on is I think what James just said, and I can't see his comments,
I
but
know
he
I don't
kind
have
of
my glasses on, so excuse me if I'm over here squinting. I'm trying to read everybody's comments, but go ahead. Heels on too.
so when he says they have not been taught about the dirty South or what have you, I kind of agree with that to a certain extent. I just don't limit it to the dirty South, because I just when I see people arguing with the police, and it's not like this slave mentality, but at the end of the day, they got more power than you do when you out there by yourself or you in this car. So it kind of pisses me off when I see people arguing and taking chances and walking up and like F the police, like, because you taking the risk, they will shoot your ass. You know what I'm
Oh yeah,
saying?
off
So
top. You know,
the
you got to
best
be an
thing.
idiot. You know, especially if you're, you know, a truck driver or you're a young man or a black woman. You know, traveling to these southern states and you down there trying to argue with one of these racist motherfuckers. You know, we know what's been going on. You know, so you have to play your cards right. You can't be down there trying to hold court with police officers like he was on two just said. You know, you have to you know, take that shit up in court. You know, get your ticket, you know, and keep it
Yes.
moving, you know, because that's
And
where a lot of
that's
our
what
young people are probably
I was
falling
getting
victim to,
ready to.
you know, out there trying to argue with the law enforcement. Go ahead, my bad.
No problem. No, that's exactly what I wanted to say. When you come in contact with the police, whether they right, wrong, or indifferent, if they pull you over, for example, this is just one example of a situation. Go and pull your ass over, give them what they need. Don't be arguing with them and stuff, because we in so many cases we put ourselves, and then we be mad and want to get them on camera, but you being argumentative and confrontational with the police, and you know who you dealing with already, just go ahead and give them what they want, do what they need you to do, and keep it moving so you can live to see another day. Because again, they have more power than you. And they don't hesitate on the same thing like with the ICE police. You gotta just kind of, you can't get to screaming and it. some people like, fuck that, I ain't no punk ass motherfucker. It ain't even about that. It's about coming home to your family if you got something to
Right.
live for. That's just my thing.
Exactly. And I want to read this comment. Adina Gamal said, she said, I experienced very little racism when I lived in Florida. I've experienced more here in Michigan. Let me go back to the last comment she put down, though. She also said, as an educator, this is how I feel. Seeing Black boys and men being taken from our communities is devastating. And it's personal for me. My nephew was killed in Ohio. Hold on, let me move down. It said, give me 1 second. He said, my nephew was killed in Ohio. Please check out Post Protect Our Stolen Treasures, which started in Detroit. Okay, so yeah, we're definitely going to check that out. And she also said, I read that one already. As far as police, I was taught to comply, and grieve later, and that's pretty much what you were talking about here on too. It's okay to, speak your part with the police, but there's no reason to be out there arguing with those guys because that gives them reason, to be able to pull you out your car and for situations like this to happen. So I advise everyone, like Adina Gamal said, and like Heels on Two also said, do not try to hold court out there in the streets with these officers, because as we know and as we see, a lot of these officers are racist. Things like this has been going on since the beginning of time, so, this is not a surprise to me. We just have to, do a better job and start paying more attention and get down to the bottom of this. So if you have anything else to add to that, I'm gonna go ahead and move on to my next comment.
Well, I just wanted to agree with Adina. It's not like we keep saying the South. It's not limited to the South. They will pop your ass in Chicago, Detroit, Wisconsin. It doesn't matter. It's how you hold yourself accountable when you run into them. Just do
Right.
what you need to do and have your paperwork and shit straight. When you
Yeah, now
riding and you
gotta
ain't
have your
all
paperwork.
dirty and shit, and you got your license, registration, and proof of insurance, when they pull your ass over, you can nicely give it to them. All your shit legit. You ain't getting smart with them. They'll go ahead and let your ass go. Like, it's simple. Some of this shit we bring on ourselves.
See, and I agree with you. A lot of the states like the Midwest, like Detroit, Chicago, most of them you're not going to get found hanging from trees. A lot of this are going on in the southern states. They'll just choke you out and shoot your ass right there in the streets. In states like that. So you also you got to be careful too, trying to hold court, and argue with these motherfuckers on the street. Get your ticket, and let the judge handle that, through that process. But I'm gonna move on. I want to talk about what's going on with your boy Ray J. I don't know if you heard about that, but he had a performance last week, man. He was on stage and it's not just been reports. I looked it up for myself. I don't know if a lot of people were saying that it was, staged, but we also heard that he also came on not too long ago, about a few weeks ago, stating that he had heart conditions and his heart was only pumping at like 25%. The doctor said he pretty much didn't have that much long to live, but he was on stage performing and he had blood pouring out of his eyes. Give me your statement, give me your comments. I don't know if you heard about that, but from what you're hearing now, give me your thoughts on that situation, because a lot of this, heart situation is coming from the drugs and, just all type of stuff that, they do out there in Hollywood. So give me your thoughts on this, Heels on Two.
Well, I did hear that. I saw that. I didn't hear about the part bleeding out the eyes. But then I also saw he was doing something about being homeless at one point. I don't know. You know what? To be honest with you, I heard you say you did your research on this though, but it is you have to really sift through some of this
Yeah, you
stuff,
do.
some of this
And I got
information because
a little video from the Breakfast Club that talked about this a little bit. And you have to do your research because it'd be a lot of fake news out here. But give me 1 second. I'm getting ready to bring this up to the screen,
Okay.
and I'll just play this for a second, and then we'll come back and do commentary. So let me know if you can hear this, if it's playing right, because I have to have a few technical
where we talked about a photographer who came out and said that the blood and all the things that were happening on stage with Ray J at that Valentine's Day concert were not real. And Ray J is, he said saying, first of all, he wants people to realize that he would not use anything. He doesn't
It's
have to
cutting
do
out.
that. So let's take a listen to Ray J on the photographer's claims.
I told him to make it lighter and make it cool because he didn't want us to look crazy, right? It's like your cousin going, nah, come on, you know, is out there, they're like playing around, like you see, well, you know what I mean? Everything is
Cause this video
to
is
try to make
popping
sure,
up
like,
so
he
much
tell you
you
what that
can't
is, and then
hear
that's
what
gonna
he's
go
saying.
dumb.
It's because they wanted all to calm down because everything was like overhyped. To the point where like Ray J is kind of worried about like business and stuff like that being pulled away from him. But also people are really like affected by this, like his kids.
So why would a photographer lie for Ray J if he was just a photographer out of Shreveport?
He says because basically because he's known in the area, this is a person that outlet could get to, and him and the photographer, they talk. They must have some sort of relationship with the photographer. Will feel like he need to like, I don't know, like protect Ray J of some sorts. He also talked about the fact that like this is in real life, this is very real for him. I told you guys latest that Princess Love commented on the Jasmine brand saying that the blood that we saw from Ray J's eyes during that concert was real. And Ray J says that Princess Love has been in a very bad like state of things since his health issues hit. Let's take a listen.
Listen, I've never seen Princess cry like this. I didn't even know she cared that much. I've never seen her like this emotional. Princess is a strong woman, so she don't never really show emotion. She been crying every day. The kids been crying. Not
Okay, excuse me. I'm gonna go ahead and stop this and come on
and stop.
You know, I just my bad. Sorry about that. So yeah, I just want to give you a little bit of, you know, information on that situation. So you've heard it from there. Were you able to hear everything clear?
Nope. That's what I was trying
you
to
hear me?
tell you. I couldn't hear anything he was saying.
Oh wow.
It was
So you didn't
breaking
hear
up.
anything that they were saying?
I
Oh
heard
wow.
her
Okay.
talking,
So
but
pretty much it was a video that was played. You had the Breakfast Club. They were talking about, you know, the whole situation with him being on stage and his eyes bleeding. Wow. So you didn't hear any of that?
I heard the beginning. Then when he started talking, it was breaking up. Then when she started talking, it was clear.
Okay.
Yeah. But nonetheless, you know, Ray J need to slow his roll. He been doing a lot these last few years, and he has just been totally out of control, pulling guns out on Princess and the kids and all this kind of stuff, and making her get out on the holiday. Did you see that on Thanksgiving? And
No,
she
say that one more time.
loved her. So
Now, what did he do again? Say that again.
she brought the kids over to the house so that they can all celebrate the holiday together, although they were not together. Ray J got
Right.
mad and pulled out a gun on her. Her cousin was over there. It was all over social media, and he had it on live. That's how, like, this
Right.
wasn't
Wow.
no hope. He did it on live. He was like cussing and all. I mean, just live videotape. Yes, and she was getting the babies out and trying to run out the door, and it was terrible. So
Yeah, see, and I
he's
didn't even
totally
hear
out of
about that,
control.
you know, but not on top of that, that he was on stage singing his one song during that during that Valentine's Day concert, but he also had a pacemaker from what they were saying that he had on. He took his shirt off, jumped into the stage, and somehow the pacemaker came off, and he actually went live and was asking people like, look, I lost my pacemaker. It's important, you know, that the data is on there, that y'all find it, did I get it back? It's important to, you know, to my health, you know. So give me your thoughts on that. Why would this motherfucker, if he got a pacemaker, you know, and don't pacemakers, don't they open you up and put them inside of you?
I
You know,
thought, I
why would a
don't know how
pacemaker be
that.
on the outside where it can fall off?
You know what? He is just a time bomb ticking. At the end of the day, Ray J don't care about himself right now, so he can't care about nobody else. But hey, let me ask you this, because to me, who need to be discussed right now, that's popping, that done pulled all us gray hairs out, is T.I. T.I. lit right now. Have you been seeing that?
Yeah, you know what with the new video and things like that he put out with the new song, I
He
should say.
came out of retirement. This is last album.
Well, that has something to do with that 50 Cent beef, though, didn't it? Okay, I want to read a few comments. Adina Gamal said the pacemaker. Yeah, the pacemakers are inside of you, and that's what I thought. You know, so how could a pacemaker fall out? You know, and he loses. You know, and then why if you did have a pacemaker that was not on the inside of you, why would you pull your shirt out, jump out into the crowd, and take a chance on losing the pacemaker? You know, so a lot of people say he do stuff for publicity, for views and clicks and things like that. You know, so I don't know how true the eye bleeding and the whole pacemaker thing is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but now if I heard it correctly, when you first turned on that video that you was trying to show us from the Breakfast Club, I guess the lady said that was not true. That it was not true. That's the first thing.
That's what she said.
Yeah, when you first put the video on, so it sounded like a bleeding through your eyes, man. You dead at that point.
Yeah, I'm like, what type of nigga gonna bleed through his eyes and still perform and hold a concert?
That's not true.
Yeah,
and that's what I'm saying. It be so much.
And she also made a comment on the comment that you made on T.I. So get back to the T.I. situation, because Adina Gamal said T.I.
I'm telling you, T.I. Adina, he lit right now. They got all these little videos going that like, like us seasoned people 50.
Yeah, everybody got their little dances and all that stuff.
Yeah, to that dances. Like people are so happy. One, he cut them dreads off. They like the real T.I.'s back. Two, and since you like good subjects, they interviewed T.I. and Tiny, and the lady said, "Did he consult with you before he cut his braids off?" And she was, no. Did he tell you he was cutting his braids off? And Tiny was like, "No, he didn't even consult with me. He just did it." And so the lady was like, "Well, why you didn't consult with her?" He was like, "What? What you mean?" I mean, if she wanted to change her hair, do she gotta consult with me? But she was like, but if I was gonna go like cut my hair off or something, I would just say, "Babe, I'm about to cut my hair off. What you think?" At least that was a major move to me without telling your wife. Not that he owed her to tell her, but it just sounded like a conversation. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think I at the end of the day, I understand what you're trying to say. You would probably want your significant other's opinion, on a dramatic change like that.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
but I felt him too. Like if I was to, but I guess it's different with a woman, because we always want y'all opinion, Like,
right, and then your man would flip out if you came home, you had a hair full of hair, and then you come home bald headed, So I think that would be, a situation where you might want to, talk to your significant other about that, before you make moves like that.
I agree.
Let's get back to T.I. So are you liking the new album?
It's lit. I heard the whole new album. I just heard that one song.
Right. And that's all I've heard, and that's pretty much all they've been playing. And this is stemming from the 50 Cent beef, from what I'm hearing. His comeback.
Do you know about that beef? Tell me more about it, because I'm not familiar.
You know what? I'm really not. And I'll ask Adina Gamal, are you familiar with the beef? If you are, Adina, type it in there. I'm not familiar, with the beef. I'm getting ready to send you a link, BJ3. I'm not familiar, Wheels on 2 with that beef, but this was, one of the reasons from what I'm hearing is why he released. The whole song has something to do with the beef, is what I'm hearing.
Adina said I can see the comments now. She said she's gonna go to Spotify and look it up.
Okay, there you go. Well, Adina, you go. I'm gonna have to make you my official. What's the word that I'm looking for? Because she's been looking up stuff for me too all night. Beef with T.I. Nope. Yeah, it's definitely that song was definitely sparked from the beef. But we got BJ3 going to be joining us too soon on that. So you're a big T.I. fan, huh?
I love me some T.I. Let me tell you something. I have had dreams about T.I. for the last, and they all been clean dreams because you know I'm married
I'm
25
getting ready to say
years.
because you got a husband. I know your husband. If your husband
Yeah.
hear this,
But it be me, T.I., Tiny, like it be crazy shit. Like one day I was like babysitting the kids, or one day I helped Tiny reorganize her closet, like crazy. I have met him when he used to have a club in Atlanta, but me and T.I. gonna hang out one day. Me, T.I., and Tiny. One day.
well, you better
But
watch
what I was
T.I. and
getting
Tiny.
ready.
I'm quite sure you don't heard about the other little things that they had going on about a year ago. I did a few interviews, a few shows about them too, where they had a few young women doing some strange things for some change.
That won't be me. We won't be hanging out
I
like
don't know
that.
if you heard about that.
No, I have. That they've been talking about. They get
Yeah,
their
you know the little
wheels
scandal.
spent.
Did you hear about the scandal that they had going on last year?
No, not a scandal.
Go
What
ahead.
happened?
My bad.
That they raped a girl or something?
Yeah. Well, no, I'm not going to say no. Not definitely not that. But it was something where that they were they had something going on, and this is when that Puffy stuff first started coming out, where there was some shit where you had some young women that came out. They tried to get a lawsuit, basically saying that T.I. and Tiny had came at them, trying to, pretty much allegedly, and I'm gonna say allegedly, trying to get them back, to the house for threesome. So they were, allegedly heard from, trying to set up, menage a trois and things like that. So that was put out there. You can look that up.
Yeah, I heard something like that, but
Allegedly.
I thought they was like slipped a girl or something. I don't know. Don't give me the lie.
Or something
I
like
don't
that, like had slipped somebody a drink. I forget exactly how it was, but
slick. I don't recall, but I know, I think I know what you're talking about. But nonetheless, I
right,
still love T.I. I don't give a fuck. Look.
right.
But what I was getting
I
ready
want
to
this
say
thing
though
go on.
is that T.I. made a comment the other I was looking at some of his videos. No, he was on the Breakfast Club, as a matter of fact. And he was like, oh, ain't nobody fucking with me. He like, I'm the coldest out here. I don't care who it is on the verses, on the this, on the that. I'm like, now T.I., I love you. But I ain't gonna say ain't nobody fucking with you. You are the king of the South, but nobody fucking with you lyrically. Cause him and Wayne was supposed to, I heard a little something about a possible verses
Having the
between
verses.
them two.
Yeah, I
Wayne
mean,
is
I like T.I. I'm not
lyrical.
gonna say he the king of the South. He's put out good music, but
He not the
in
best
my
ever.
opinion,
Now,
I don't think he's the king of the South.
who would be?
I mean, you got a few people.
Of the
You name,
South.
and I'm not gonna even say. I'll just say lyrically. That puts out better music. You just named one
Okay.
guy, Wayne. I think Wayne is a better artist than T.I.
Right. No, I agree with you on that. But what I'm saying, when you talk about and that's what I was saying. I was like, I love you, T.I., but I ain't gonna say you. But the thing is, of the South, he might be right. Cause T.I. done put out some bangers of the South.
I mean,
Of the
yes,
South.
he has, and I won't take that from him. He has.
Yeah. Cause I'm just
Okay,
thinking right
Adina
off
made
the
another
top.
comment. She said, to be honest, I'm glad I'm here. I've been focusing on Trump and what he did to Obama and my girl, as well as we are about to be in yet another war. And I think Iran and Russia will team up.
Adina,
that's
don't
definitely another
get me
conversation.
started.
We'll definitely get off into that. But she definitely made another comment. Adina Gamal said Lil Wayne is the best rapper in the South. Sorry. I kind of agree with you on that point. At one point, Wayne was my favorite rapper at one point.
When we talk about hits, hit for hit on a
Well, I mean, if we
verse,
go hit for hits, Wayne put out a lot of hits too.
T.I. did too. Lyrically, Lil Wayne would kill T.I. I'm not gonna lie.
That's a fact.
But as far as hits,
here, let me make sure I sent this link out to BJ3.
But Adina,
But
don't
no,
even get me started
and then
on
you
Trump,
got a
honey.
few other more people that I can put in that list. Down south that I like. Southern rappers, I should say.
Now you got it. We talking king of the South, not just throwing niggas on the list. King,
right?
Like who done had that shit?
Because a lot of people would say Future, don't put out more hits than T.I.
Nah, hell no.
You know, and I'm really not a big Future fan myself, but you know, from the I'm gonna just be honest, the last 10 years, Future don't had the South on lock. You know, so in a lot of people's eyes, they say the king of the South right now probably would be Future.
He could never take that from T.I. I don't think so. You could be right. Who is that?
Yep, and at Chris said Young Dolph. A lot of people, you know, a lot of people love Young Dolph, you know, but lyrically, you know, I think Young Dolph would not be in that category like far as with T.I. and Lil Wayne and things like that. You know, in my opinion, Young Dolph is probably one of the best Southern rappers when it comes to just, you know, just like hood music.
Like YN. No.
Yeah, young nigga shit. Yeah, Andrew Calhoun said Wayne metaphorically is better, but lyrically T.I. is better. You know, I give you that, cuz.
Yeah.
So you see who up there? You see it's your cousin up here too on the stage, Andrew Calhoun. Do you know you know who your cousin is, right? Wheels on 2.
Say Wills one more time, and I'm gonna drive to Detroit and
I mean,
so one more time. I promise y'all. But listen, when you talk about King, let me just break this down, and I'm gonna tell you a nigga like King is like holding your status no matter what. That shit like at any you locked it. You know who has held? I'm gonna ask y'all this before we answer, including you, Damon. Who has held who has stayed the most relevant for the longest in the rap game? They recently fucked it up, but who has done that for years, still relevant?
Whether it doesn't matter what coast they on, just what
it don't matter what coast they on, they just still like a relevant rapper, no matter what. It's one person, and if you think about it,
still putting out music now to this day.
If it ain't music, it's movies, it's whatever. They just relevant. They never lose.
Oh, okay. Well, you got to be talking about Cube then.
He close, but Snoop.
Okay,
Snoop
yeah.
Minus the fake ass Trump shit he did. Let's take that to go right before that, and then stop right there. Snoop done did commercials. Everybody wants Snoop on the Martha Stewart show.
I agree. Snoop definitely has been hot, really, forever.
Really he never stopped.
5-6 years he's been on everything. We got Big Dave getting ready to enter the stage with us. What up, though, Big Dog?
What up, though?
What up?
Go ahead and introduce yourself to the show.
Man, I'm auto tonight. It's Real Talk with Big Dave. You dig?
There we go.
Where his face at?
Well, we welcome you to the show, Real Talk with Big Dave. Go ahead, Wheels on 2.
There you go. I'm on my way to Detroit, y'all, because I'm about to hurt my cousin because he said Wills again.
Correct me. Because I've been drinking.
Listen, because this is a brand, okay? And this ain't no minor league.
I apologize, cuz I had it right all night.
Heels
on 2. I apologize. I won't get it wrong.
And wait,
more.
Let me break it down for you, though. So I'm gonna break it down so you won't forget. Heels on 2.
I won't forget no more.
No. I'm gonna make sure you.
But it's heels.
I'm gonna make sure you don't forget because you're gonna hear me out. Heels on 2s. That's why we go by HOT. HOT. Heels on 2s represent women that ride on 2 wheels. It's heels on 2s and 3s.
Okay, so you breaking up a little bit, but Dave, are you still in there with us? Look like everybody having a little technical difficulties, but Andrew Calhoun says Snoop during the Olympics, he getting that money. Most definitely. Big Dave.
You said what?
Okay, Dave.
Can y'all hear me?
Are you still in there? I hear you. Andrew Calhoun agreed on. You said Snoop doing the Olympics, he getting that money. You know, but yeah, you going in and out, cuz.
Somebody was clicking on my line. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now. And at time, Keenan said, "What's your story?" Nothing much, man. We just sitting here chopping it up. It's Freestyle Friday. We just been conversating about a few things. We talked about the young black man who was found hanging down in Marietta, Georgia. You know, we just got through discussing the whole Ray J situation with him on stage, you know, performing at a concert, his eyes bleeding. And right now, we just, you know, we talking about the whole T.I. 50 Cent beef thing. So, you know, it's Freestyle Friday. We're talking about any and everything what's ever on you guys' mind. You know, are you back? You good, cuz?
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay. So yeah, go ahead and finish breaking it down. But at Tom Keenan, if you are not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and also share. You know, but go ahead and finish breaking it down to us.
So I'm gonna break it down. It's a female motorcycle clothing line. We represent women who ride on 2 wheels and 3 wheels. And the heel does not mean we ride our motorcycle in heels. It just represents that we are females. I am not a club. I'm not a part of a club. I just own a female motorcycle clothing line, and I'm in the motorcycle culture in the whole realm of things because I sell motorcycle clothes. And what I sell is hoodies and hats and socks and gloves, anything that will make a woman feel
And
empowered
chaps and things like that.
while they're riding. So that's what that is. I just want to give you, but people be that wheels, we not wheels on 2s. I just want you to get that straight and make sure you don't say
listen, I apologize for that.
I know you ain't mean it. You've been fucking it up all night, though.
I definitely got it now. Heels on 2. You know, so we got it locked in. You know, but
we can't get on Trump because this will never end. Because I'm ready to go in. I'm so sad.
Send me your email, cuz, and I'll be able to bring you in. But
where Dina?
You have Skeeterman 2118 said is breakaway from the D. Yes, she's originally from the D, but I believe she's well. I'll allow her to speak that.
I am from Detroit, East Side. Graduated Martin Luther King, but I live in Dallas, Texas now.
Okay, there you go, Skeeterman 2118. Send me that email too, so I can bring you in, Skeeterman. Go ahead and introduce yourself to the show.
What up, though? BJ3 in the house, man. I'm just stopping by, driving by, checking you out, dog. I'm loving what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. I don't even know what we're talking about, but I'm in this joint.
Okay, man. It's Freestyle Friday. You know, we're talking about a little bit of everything. I'm getting ready to bring you in, Andrew. So hold on. I'm writing down your email. They going so fast that trying to write it down. Yeah, and then you know what? I've been wanting to get you on here too, man, so we can talk about this this second movie that you got that's getting ready to come out. So give me a second. I'm writing it down. These comments coming in, so it keeps moving up.
Why he writing it down?
But yeah, you know, we're gonna bring Andrew Calhoun in so he can talk about these movies that he's been dropping.
Oh, nice. Let me go grab my glasses.
Yeah, so what's been up, BJ3, man? How was the vacation?
Man, you know, always a good time, man. Always a good time. Work hard, play hard. I'll be right back. Let me get my glasses. So I can stop squinting.
Okay.
Big time.
Okay, we're going ahead and finish talking your talk if you want to. Heels on 2.
No, I'm chilling. I was trying to see where the guy with the black screen though.
Oh, he's still in there. Real talk with Big Dave.
You
he just audio, but you know what? Look, hey, we talked a little bit about the you know, the young black man. His name was Kyle Bassinger. He was hung a few days ago down in Marietta, Georgia. You know, give us your opinion, your thoughts on that, man. You know, because as you know, we've done multiple shows on young black men that's been found hung in these southern states. So, you know, that's one of the things that we talked about earlier. You know, so I'm getting ready to send you that link, Andrew. So go ahead, Dave. Give me your thoughts on that.
Man, I mean, shit. You know, it ain't nothing new, bro. It just keep happening, and it's gonna keep happening. You know what I'm saying? Whenever we go in the sticks and we truck, you told us a truck driver, right?
I don't think he was a truck driver. He was just a young man who was just found down there. But we've done plenty of stories where we had truck drivers that was found
Okay,
hanging
so
down there.
this was just the guy that was found hung down there.
Come on. Come
Yeah,
on.
this was just a regular, just a young man that was found hanging from a tree. He was a college student down there.
Well, this is happening a lot, man. Out in the sticks, man. They catch them walking the roads alone. They catch them in their cars. They pull them over, and you know it's got something to do with the police too, because somehow the police always catch these guys and they take them to these people that do things like this. So this ain't nothing new. You know what I'm saying? Blacks have to be very careful in these certain parts of the South because that's what they're going to keep doing because they're going to get away with it.
Yeah, you know, I mean, like I said, we've personally done multiple stories on, you know, these truck drivers that, you know, that were traveling down through those areas, you know, and was found hanging, you know. So that was one of the stories that we were just talking about. So, you know, it's Freestyle Friday. I need for you guys to like, comment, subscribe, and share. You know, give me your thoughts on tonight's comment. You know, everybody is more than welcome to join in. Andrew, I'm trying to send you this link. I don't know what happened to okay, here we go. I'm trying to find all right, here we go. I'm getting ready to bring you in. You know what? It's looking like it's not letting me bring nobody else in. I don't know why.
How many people you got in?
I should be able to bring up to 10 people in here. It's like 5 of us in here now.
Who are here?
Yep. So BJ3, man, what's been up, man? You know, okay, we got E Skeezy getting ready to add to the stage. E Skeezy.
What up, though?
What up, though?
Chilling.
Hey, Andrew, I'm gonna share the link to you because I can't find my share button for some reason. It's not letting me. Hold on. You know what? Maybe let me slide down some. Okay, here we go.
Up, though,
I'm about to send it to you now.
What up, though?
Yeah, E Skeezy. You know, we were just, like I said, we were just talking about the whole young man that was, you know, found hanging down in Marietta, Georgia. You know, we also talked about the whole Ray J situation on stage, him bleeding by the eyes, and you know, and then now we're just having random conversations now. So E Skeezy, go ahead and chop it up. You know, I'm getting ready to bring Andrew Calhoun in. So you guys go ahead and chop it up. You see, you got your girl up top in there with us.
Man, it's crazy, and it's gonna get crazier. But the sad part about it, it's been crazy. We just able to see a lot more of it because of social media. You know, a lot of stuff get leaked out. But man, this massacres untold, and people left on the side of the road. It's a lot that make the news, but it's a lot that don't. You know, and I'm trying to tell you, it's places where America probably is being a bully, and we'll never know. We don't have a news to put out news, so all we really can go by is the news they put out, if that makes sense to you. So all you could do is stand for what you believe in. If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything.
Yeah, you got to do your own research because the news, they feed you just like you said, they feed you what they want to.
Yeah, Trump can write a narrative.
They all got agendas.
Yeah.
Just don't get out there standing for something and get your black ass shot.
You know what I mean? Hold on, wait a minute. That voice sound familiar. Who that?
Your sister.
You don't see her in there?
Right. Hey, what up, though?
What's cracking?
I'm trying to. Hey, Andrew Calhoun, I'm looking up your email again. I'm trying to bring you in.
So she got a twin down here. I walked in the store and looked at this girl like, oh my goodness. She like, what? I ain't trying to even come at you like that. You know, I'm married, but you look like my sister. She's like, no, look. She worked there, but look, I showed her a picture of you off your page, and she was like, "Oh my goodness, she looked just like my mama." I'm like, yeah, I'm telling you, it's only a few DNAs out here, you know, but I can round up at least 100 people that look like you, 100 people that look like D, 100 people that look like me.
Yeah,
they out
yeah.
here.
You know what? I used to wish that Oprah Winfrey or somebody would do a show of people who look exactly alike but are not related.
They do it in Vegas. They got lookalikes. They got stunt doubles. They
Well,
got.
I'm just talking about people,
He said that.
not people doing that. Just like, damn, I ran into her at the store and she looked
Okay,
just.
Andrew Black, I'm sending you your email, so you should have it. Come on in.
I seen the guy on the Greyhound bus. We was coming back from Detroit, and every hair on my body stood up. This even when I had hair. But
All
I
right, so
tapped the
what we
lady
what we
next
talking
to
about,
me.
y'all?
I said, "Ma'am, who this dude look like?" She said, "Is that your brother?"
Look
I was like,
alike.
"Ma'am, I don't know him. Dude
Oh,
look just
okay.
like me." I was looking in the mirror. I'm like, "Oh man." But anyway, what we
Okay, so
talking
look, it's
about
easy.
is
You right on for the topic. You know, Wheels on Two. We were just talking about Adina Gamal, Andrew Calhoun, who's getting ready to come in the comment section too. You know, we were just talking about T.I.'s comeback. He was just saying she thought that T.I. was, you know, pretty much the king of the South, and he's been on top. Give me your opinion to that. You know, who do you think thus far, you know, is pretty much the king of the South right now?
Luda.
Okay,
I mean,
Black,
to be
Black,
honest
Andrew
with you,
Calhoun.
What's the deal? What's the
What's going
deal?
on,
What's
man?
up, family?
Go on
you
ahead. I'm gonna
said
let you formally
ludicrous.
introduce yourself to the show.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy, comedian Andrew Black, formerly known as a nigga that just work right now. But at the end of the day, there's so much I want to tap in. Hey, cuz, I ain't never
What up,
meet
though?
you, but I'm your cousin. That's my big cousin and my other big cousin. I'm your little cousin. You all right?
Okay.
Heels on too. Yeah, we in here. What's up,
Yeah, we
family,
having a
brothers?
family affair today. I was trying to
Yeah,
tell you
family
that's your
reunion
cousin up
tonight.
there.
You in
Right,
here
right.
and
You know, so
and,
look,
and
why
you
I
saying the
got you
name
on here,
right.
man. Let everybody know what you got
Yeah,
going on, man. You know, you've done a few films a year ago. And let everybody know the past films that you worked on and then your current film that you're doing now. That's getting
The
ready to hit the
real
theaters.
Drewski. The
I
real
got
Drewski.
right. I got like 5 movies on Tubi right now. I got Always Consequences 1 and 2. I have Urban Envy. You can also find it on Tubi Prime Video.
Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat so people can see it.
Wait, this my cousin?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's your
definitely.
cousin.
Look, I want to
Yeah.
be an actress too. No, seriously.
You been
Tap
acting,
in.
motherfucker.
Tap in. The
He-
movie, the
Now go
Look,
movie
ahead.
that
So
I'm
finish
doing,
breaking it down,
I'm funny as hell.
Black.
I'm about to
the,
write all your movies down right now. Hold on.
okay,
Yeah, and then
So,
already
also,
know.
like BJ3 said, put it in the comments so people can go and check out your work.
Bet
Yep.
I'm gonna type it in. But again, Always Consequences 1 and 2. I got Urban Envy. I got a play that I did that we filmed. It's called Boss Lady. I also have a mini series during the pandemic that we did. It's called Fakers. And the project that I'm doing right now is called Operation Get Money. And it's a play on words. So not to give up too much, but it's called Operation Get Money. And I play this gangster named Money Malone. So, you know, it's Operation Get Money and then it's Operation Get Money. So I play Money
Okay, so and
Malone.
this is the latest
Yeah.
project that you're working
Yeah,
on
the
now, right? And you said it's a
premiere.
play, not a movie, but a play.
No, this a movie. This a TV show. Actually, it's
Okay.
a series.
A
I was on
series.
the
Okay.
Boss Lady was the play, but this premiere at Birmingham Imagine Theater on March 11th. So y'all in
Damn.
town, you want to check it out? Come fuck with us.
Oh, you know I'm gonna be there. You know I'm definitely gonna get a ticket for sure.
Oh, for
Wait,
sure.
can you name the first 2 movies one more time? I'm sorry.
All
damn. Third
Put it in
always
grade.
the
consequences.
comments. Oh, that's crazy.
Oh
She's still
no,
on
because I
bus.
like no, y'all don't know. I'll tell y'all later. Always Consequences 1 and
Always
2.
consequences 1 and 2. Yeah.
Okay. And
I think I'm on the cover of 1 and then Jalen on the cover 2 or vice versa. But you will see me on the cover. Me, Chris with the Dial, Benzino in one of them. So yeah,
that's the light skinned guy
with the no neck.
I see
and
Lee.
long.
Now that's the one that I saw that the one that you did with Benzino.
Yeah, that's always
Yeah.
consequences.
Oh,
But
I was
Okay.
thinking of the Tubi actor, the light skinned guy with the long braids that be in damn near all
no,
the
his name
TV.
Tristan. That's Tristan.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know who you talking about, Benzino.
Billy,
Okay.
you know, the rapper. You know, he had that
Yeah.
1 or 2 hits beefing with Eminem. But anyway,
Yeah.
not to take up
Yeah.
too much time, I did want to tap into a couple of them subjects. I tapped in because I just got off work, so I always check for cuz every time I come
At least
in.
you still working.
Yeah, man. I mean, thank God. I ain't gonna lie. But
You're right.
I'm
But go ahead, man.
proud of
Finish saying
you.
what you were saying.
Proud of you, man. You know, I check your platform every night, man. You know, I'm always rooting
Appreciate
for you.
you.
I came in on the
Likewise.
rap topic, so I ain't really check on the hanging, so I don't know too much about it. It's fucked up, you know. But I mean, racism ain't dead. It's just, you know, it's hidden in plain sight, and that's what a lot of people don't really understand. And they take the shackles off our arms and put them in our mind. We still enslaved in so many ways, and a lot of people don't understand it. They dangle the carrot in front of the donkey, and we don't realize it. So a lot of people not woke, and people don't realize how woke the statement woke and what it really means. People think you woke, you got to be talking like one fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish. No, that
The
ain't being
opposite
woke.
of
Being
sleep.
woke is just understanding what's going on around you, your surroundings, and actively doing something about it. And it ain't got to be, you ain't got to be an activist and be out in your community. That would be great, but it starts at home. It starts with your kids. It starts with your loved ones. And if you educating
Facts.
yourself and with them, then they gonna branch out and do the same thing. Just like my mama educated me, and now I'm out here educating my friends, my people. So it starts within. So that's that. Tapping into, I'm trying to get everything all at once. Tapping into the rap
Yeah,
game.
go ahead.
Now, cuz I agree with you. I agree with you on the T.I. I mean the Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne, that was my dog. No, that's my era. But when
Right.
you talking about lyrically, like Lil Wayne, he don't have substance. He just rap and he got
That's true.
metaphors. His song could be called Lollipop, but he ain't talking about shit about a lollipop. He
That's
could
a
be
fact.
talking about something,
Oh,
whatever his song is. He don't have nothing in the song. That's a Ti. When he rap about whatever his title of his song is, his cadence, his flow. He gonna ride the beat. He make you. He indulge you, and he gravitate your mind to
Yeah.
the song because he's lyrical, and it's
Yeah.
like he having a
Right.
conversation with you. So that's
Yeah.
why.
it's 10 million people that
Oh,
would
and I'm gonna
disagree.
ask you that question too, East Keezy. And your girl, she talked about this. That's why we were talking about the whole Ti. What do you think about this new track that he got out? That's pretty much that'll hit
Fire.
the
It's fire.
that'll hit the
Fire.
scenes, and that'll went viral. With just everything.
I'm
So give
getting
me
my
your thoughts on
charger
his
so
new
I won't
song.
die.
And didn't this new song come from the beef that him and 50 Cent had?
I
No, that
mean,
song was made out before the beat.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
I don't know indirectly because I ain't talked to him. I ain't hit him up in a while. But when you think about it, it's a trend right now. Old school is coming back on these YNs to show them
What
what
it's about.
rap is really about. I don't
Yep.
know if you know, but I was telling you how Clips got album of the year. They got substance all through it. They talking about something. It ain't just trying to set a trend or come up with a nice hook. We living in a day and time where you need message, something that what you gonna play if you on the way home and you just lost your job? What you gonna play if you just found out your man's gone? What you gonna play? You don't want to hear no take me through that, take me through that. It's different right now. I'm just saying what I'm saying. But
But you know what?
T.I.
I
he
beg to
came
differ,
with a hit.
because you got a lot of motherfuckers playing that shit, and that song been on
But
the radio, East Keezy.
cuz
So you
let
got a
me
lot of females that would
I
beg
don't,
to
Because you
differ
yeah,
on
gotta
that.
it's catchy because who listening to it? Who calling in
the
for it?
young
that's
people
This
though,
what I
that's
want to
generation,
tap
all
because
on.
right.
the younger kids, they want to hear that. It's us.
We
That's their
just
It's
era,
support
us.
us.
though.
We don't want
So
to hear that shit.
That's
here's the
their
Right.
difference,
era,
cuz
though.
not to
So
And
cut
they
I'm
you
gonna
off,
listen
before
B.
we go
to
any further, I don't mean to cut nobody off, but
Go ahead.
all I'm gonna say is a milli, a milli, a milli, a milli, 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 a milli. Man, shout out to Wayne. I mean, he's like
it. That song
more than
lyrical.
it's a lot of songs you ain't heard of Wayne's or something, but he got substance. He got lyrics. He trained for this. I mean, Ti, he my man's too, but he the founder of trap music. I get at the Ti, put it that way.
See,
But
you a rapper, so
Weezy,
I'm looking at you sideways because you a rapper and you know what it takes. So I'm looking at you sideways on that because Lil Wayne make hits. I'm not denying
Yeah.
that.
I
He's a
mean,
mixtape guy.
he got a
But when
craft
it
of his
comes
own.
to albums, if I'm going out of town and I want to rock a CD, I could put in all T.I. CDs and Rad all the way to wherever the hell I'm going. Lil Wayne, I could put his mixtapes in, but when it comes to his albums, it's only 3 of them, my opinion. Don't shoot me. My opinion, it's only 3 of them that I could fuck with and listen to all the way through because having them shits was okay. It was
I
all
mean,
right.
but I pull up on the cop talking about ew, 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 ew,
But
What
that's
up, though,
catchy. But
Mr.
Leaper
so
Hat?
you keep saying the
Officer.
hook. You keep saying all the hooks. Like you just said, I'm Millie, and we the we. You said the hooks. But what did he rap about? Give me one of his
I
verses.
mean,
Because
and Millie,
give
he
you a
rapped.
T.I. verse
He told
that
you
Yeah, I was
never
gonna
tore
say.
everything.
that down.
He gave
I
you
was
And
gonna say
Millie, he
45 raps
rapping.
in
And
one.
Millie, he
let's get
rapping.
Big Dave's opinion. We haven't heard from you yet, Big Dave. Give me your opinion on that.
And listen. Wayne is the wordplay guy, flat out.
Metaphors.
Wayne and Millie, if you listen to Millie, that's all lyrical. Everything
Yeah.
about Millie is
Not
lyrical.
He told
lyrical,
you
it's
everything. He
metaphor.
gave you
No, I'm
25
just saying,
albums
what
in
I'm
one.
saying is T.I. is who T.I. is. T.I., you know what I'm saying? He can take a song and do something different. That's what make him and Wayne different from each other.
This
Y'all
But
nigga
niggas
Wayne,
said tougher
understand.
than Nigerian hair.
You
Come
gotta
on, man.
man,
understand. You
come
gotta
on, man.
understand the difference
Lil Wayne,
between lyrical and
man,
metaphorical.
Lil Wayne,
I'm a
I
venereal
understand,
Lil Wayne
look,
is
disease.
cuz,
different.
look, cuz, I
You hear
understand what
me?
you're
It's a
saying.
difference between
Yeah,
lyrical and metaphorical. Like Biggie was lyrical. He could
yeah.
ride a beat and he
Tell a
no
story
better
at the
than the
same
cheddar.
time.
And he tell a story at the same time.
Yeah,
Lil
All
Wayne
yeah.
right.
gon'
All
Lil
right.
Wayne
I'm
is
going to
gonna
give you
take
some
cat,
homework.
hat, bat, and sat and gonna make it sound
No,
sweet because he gonna put a metaphor
I'm going
with
to
it.
give you some homework. Look up Lil Wayne and Jelly Roll, and tell me what you think. Go ahead. I'll wait.
See, here's the thing. We arguing apples and oranges. I'm not saying Lil Wayne's trash, but you're trying to put a title on that man that I can't agree with. You're saying he's lyrical. He's not. He's a metaphorical genius. His metaphors, he could say all my kicks fly like Luke Kane. You know, he'd say all my what do you say? All G's moving silence like
Like,
lasagna.
yeah, I was just
See,
getting to say,
so
right.
my thing is
that's
that's
why
a
we all got
metaphor. That's
different
not lyrical.
opinions.
That's metaphor because people don't even know where that line came from. If you know where that line came from, you'll know what makes him a genius. That line came from the show The Game. You remember the what's his name? Malik, his girlfriend. She never spoke. Her name was Lasagna.
You sound like you
Right.
done seen a documentary or something.
No, I'm a fan of music, and I
Yeah, no, he
listen to
breaking
wordplay.
down facts. I hear you, cuz.
You
Uh,
You know, but
understand?
DJ Three, give me
I
your
I
agree.
input
guess
on
I
this, man.
got, even as
We
a
haven't
rapper,
heard
I
from you
must
all
got
night.
two definitions
Go ahead.
of
I'm gonna let somebody else speak. I
lyrical,
just had to say that.
and I need to understand your
I
definition because I
disagree.
believe he both. That's all. I mean, you entitled, but he
I
said,
mean,
"Who is the king of the
originally,
South? Like,
but
who's
hey,
selling the most? Who made the most? Who did the most?"
Originally, I said exactly what you said. I said, T.I., I love you, but Lil Wayne would murder you. But when Lil Cuz break it down like that, there is a difference. Some people can tell a story. You like he talking about that substance. Like, what are we really talking about here? Is the
So tell me
song
this: Is
going
Jeezy
all over
lyrical?
the? Is
No,
who?
Okay, I
no,
want to ask
Who?
y'all all this, and we'll
no,
be able to dent
Jeezy?
that
Jeezy.
conversation.
no,
Yeah,
Versus between
Jeezy
no.
is just
T.I.
like a T.I. Yes.
He's
It's like
not.
6 and
No,
7
he's
here.
He
not.
the
Who
same.
What?
wins the
That's where he
versus
got his
What?
between
style
T.I. and
from.
Lil Wayne? And
What?
we'll do a vote just in
Jeezy,
here.
Jeezy raps the
No,
same way on every song on
T.I. and
different
Lil
beats.
Wayne. Who
No,
wins the verses
T.I.
though?
Jeezy has substance. He could tell a story.
Jeezy, all
He
right.
can.
So let me ask you this: if Jeezy ain't talking about dope, what else can Jeezy talk about? I'll wait.
Jeezy talk about a lot of stuff.
You'll
Have you
be
Jeezy
ever
talk
heard
waiting.
about a lot of
Therapy?
dope. Jeezy talk
No,
about a lot of
I mean,
dope.
have
That's
you ever
it.
heard
that's
Therapy?
No,
his truth.
Jeezy
No,
talked
that's
about the
not
girl.
true. That ain't
Jeezy
true.
talked about the girl he liked when he went shopping. Jeezy talked about niggas. How you know that song?
Dope gang.
And then
If you
now he's
listen to
talking about a
his
lot of real
lyrics,
estate, because that's what he offering to now. So he's talking
but
real
listen,
estate shit now.
if you look at Jeezy's first
Have you ever heard
5
the song
albums, it
Therapy?
was all about dope.
That's
Yeah,
T.I.
it
It
went
had
was.
from
nothing to
trap
do with
music.
dope.
He went trap music, he went to beef, he went to political. He started talking about, getting money. He had different, think about the song with him, Lupe Fiasco, and Kendrick Lamar, what Memories Back When.
Tell
Then
me
he
a
got the
song
song
he got without the word no in it. That's a hit.
Blurred Lines.
I'm talking about T.I.
Blurred Lines.
Let me
Without
ask
the
you
word
this.
no in it.
The
That's his
facts,
go-to word. No. Nigga, you don't know.
The
What
facts
you
Let me
are.
know
ask y'all
about
this.
that?
Listen.
Let him know.
I'm gonna say one thing, and I'm gonna let y'all keep talking. The facts are, Lil Wayne has sold double
Yeah.
of T.I.
Women lie, men lie.
Where the
Numbers don't
facts
lie.
at? Did you
I was
look
gonna
this
say,
up?
look, I was gonna say, yeah. At the end of the day, you can look up,
Yeah, you
far
did.
as
You do a fact check.
who
All day.
sold the
That's what
most
I do.
albums.
About
And that'll solve that question. You know what I mean? Because
T.I.
most of this is just
tell you
our
that
opinion.
Wayne is the
But
wordplay
BJ3,
guy.
look that up. See who sold
Hold
more
on.
albums out of the two between T.I. and Lil Wayne.
All right,
What did you
25
say
million
Lil
for Lil
Wayne was
Wayne,
not,
10
Drew?
million
What you
for
say he
T.I.
wasn't?
But
You said he
do
wasn't lyrical?
he's metaphorical. And I told
Okay,
y'all from the
but not
beginning,
lyrical.
it's my opinion.
Do albums make him the better rapper?
Is Big Sean lyrical?
Yeah.
Look,
Okay. So
let
what
me ask y'all this.
BJ3 looking at us, I
Kendrick
got one more
Lamar
question,
or
before
Lil
we gotta
Wayne?
end this. So we've been
Kendrick.
on here
So
for
he
an
ain't
hour.
say nothing on Pick the World Up.
Hey, what do y'all think about this upcoming exhibition between Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather?
It's
Jr.
a great money move.
Another show.
It's a great money
That's
move.
what I said.
Another
It's
show.
definitely a good money move. And my question to y'all is, what do y'all think about
Who
that?
wanna
And
see
will y'all pay y'all money to see this fight?
No.
Who want to
I
see that?
I
No.
think it's disrespectful unless
I don't even know why
Floyd done put
Floyd
on
playing
40
that game.
pounds or something. But
Mike,
no, I think that's disrespectful. That's like you trying to fight your uncle or something. And you know
grandfather.
you quicker than him, even though y'all both older and out the ring.
Nah,
That's
but
disrespect
Yeah,
to
but
me.
you
But
got you
that's
got
how I
you
know
got to
he
look
the
at
but
it.
show.
look,
You got to
BJ3,
look
Mike
at it.
I'm gonna
Tyson might fuck around and knock
he's
that nigga out,
kind of
though.
like my
Shit.
boxing analyst.
No,
BJ3, let people
Mike
know
ain't fast enough for
the
my
ramifications of the fight. The weigh in, who has to weigh what. So is Floyd
What is
coming
you
in at the
doing in
same
here?
weight,
You
or is he
supposed to
going to
be
come
in
in
there.
heavier to try to come in as heavy to meet Mike Tyson at that heavyweight at that heavyweight division, I should say. What up,
Floyd
Hey,
ain't
though?
All
getting,
of it is a
he ain't getting
bunch
no
of
extra weight. He gonna
baloney.
She
weigh what he
said,
weigh.
"Hey, auntie."
hi, baby.
Mhm.
Damon, don't be coming on his
Now
show.
go ahead, BJ3.
No, I'm just saying, Floyd
Get out
ain't
of here.
picking up no weight. He gonna weigh what he weigh. It's an exhibition, and Mike Tyson is old. Y'all ain't seen his last 2 to 3
Yeah,
exhibitions. Roy
that
Jones,
was
he
the
looked old
next
Yeah,
as
but that
hell.
last
Netflix
fight he fought
movie.
with Jake Paul, man, we all know that shit
He
was
looked old.
scripted. So do you think, my question too, do y'all think this fight is going to be scripted?
Of
Yes.
course, it already
And I'm
is.
gonna tell
It's
you
just to
why.
sell
And I'm gonna say
a
this and be
play.
real quick. We just seen what happened when you go off script. That boy Jake Paul jaw still ain't right. When you talking about a real heavyweight, that's why we have weight classes to start with. There's no way. I don't give a fuck if Mike Tyson was 70. That man would knock motherfucking a molar out your mouth. He's still strong. Y'all seen him spar. Y'all seen his practices. We not
No,
gonna play no stupid games and win stupid prizes. We know Mike Tyson. I
Hell
don't give a
yeah.
fuck how fat Floyd is. He's 147 pounds. Mike Tyson is 225. If
It
he
ain't
hit
a
him with
real
that,
fight.
that's what
he's
I'm
He
not.
gonna get
saying. If
knocked
he
the
hit
fuck
him
out. And I
for
agree
real,
with you, because look, so y'all saying that Mike ain't gonna
He'll
land
never
that a
catch
punch
him.
on Floyd.
no,
He'll
Man, it's
never
not a
catch
it's
him
gonna
in
real
be
real
in the
fight.
life.
contract. It's
He'll
gonna be
never
His
catch him.
arms.
contractual.
He'll hit his
That look, we
arms.
doing this for
He'll
show.
never catch him
And
in
then
real
think
life.
about where they're doing it. They're
Yeah.
doing it in China or Korea, Japan. That's where the money at. So what they're gonna do is these people love these people because they are figures to these foreigners who they coming up to get a show. They about to get a bag and go home. I
Yeah.
come spar
Yeah,
with
no, they
any
definitely gonna get a
man,
bag,
anything gonna
but
win.
my thing is, my question to you guys is, if y'all don't think that Mike is gonna at least land one motherfucking right hand on
We
Floyd,
was
y'all
waiting
out
on
y'all
that
mind.
with the other dude. He ain't
That
throw
was
no
Floyd's
uppercut.
whole
Hey,
thing.
listen, that
It's
was
not gonna
definitely
happen, D.
scripted, bro.
He
He
not
held back
hitting.
on that.
That was Floyd's whole thing. He never get hit. That
Right.
nigga Mike ain't gonna be able to hit that
And that's
nigga.
cap
No,
because Canelo
absolutely
had
not.
him leaking.
Absolutely not.
Canelo had him leaking. Let's just be
Canelo had him
real.
leaking.
Canelo had Floyd Mayweather leaking, but Floyd
Man.
outboxed him. Floyd
Man,
don't
he beat
fight,
the
he
shit out of
box.
Canelo.
He beat the hell out of Canelo.
And you telling me
Shout out.
Floyd wasn't leaking?
Hey.
Floyd wasn't bleeding?
He got busted in the nose.
I don't-
I mean, he got touched.
That ain't
I don't
nothing.
think he was in that fight, cuz.
I don't remember
I'm
it
telling
either.
you, I watched every fight. Floyd got touched. The only people that touched Floyd was
He didn't get
Canelo
cut.
and the last little dude that got frustrated and headbutted him. And then when they broke it up, he hit him with the sucker punch.
Yeah, he knocked him out.
He
That was
he got touched by two good fights. He got touched, but he still won the fight. Floyd can't read already. Let's keep that a buck.
Man,
So
listen,
his
let me
business-
say this to you, Black. Floyd beat the shit out of Canelo so bad that Canelo stole his whole style and everything. The style that Canelo got is the style that he took from Floyd Mayweather when Floyd whooped his ass.
I'm not denying that, but you can't say that Canelo didn't touch that man.
He didn't.
No, I'm not saying that he did. You know, I mean, everybody. That's why I was saying every boxer, you know, is going to get touched. These are professionals out there. So if y'all don't think that Floyd is going to get touched by Mike Tyson, you know, only how if this shit is really scripted and it's scripted for Mike not to hit Floyd.
And Mike Tyson was gonna kill Jake Paul. Why you think he kept biting his gloves? Because he knew contractually he couldn't do nothing to Jake Paul.
Because
so
it
he
ain't
was
a
holding
real
back.
fight.
Y'all know
It wasn't a real fight. This is a money
because it was scripted.
D,
It wasn't
you
in,
used
it
to
wasn't in the
box. You
script.
know they wouldn't let those
This
weight
is a money
classes
move.
clash like that. It's against the federation.
No, you saw it. He was holding back on a shot where he should have threw his right hand. He was
That's a
holding back,
play.
so you knew that was not a real fight. It was a scripted fight.
It's gonna be
Well,
produced by Netflix.
I will tell y'all this though. I was just at the Madison Square Garden about 2-3 weeks ago at the Shakir fight, and when I was there to see that nigga's wig fall off in person,
Oh my
that
goodness.
was the fun. When I tell y'all the whole damn stadium was on the floor. And then if y'all notice, if y'all was watching the fight, he kept holding his head kind of on his shoulder. I feel like he was trying to keep it on a minute, but he ended up throwing
on.
That was
I don't know if you saw the interview of him after the fight, but he talked about that. You know,
Yeah.
that's definitely the definition of getting your wig peeled back.
right. I
What
know
up,
that
though,
barber
Black?
gonna
Welcome
be
to the
fine.
show. Introduce yourself to everybody, man. We got another black. We got two blacks in here.
Hey,
Black,
it's some fights on tomorrow. It's some real fights on tomorrow.
Okay, Black, go on there and introduce yourself to the show.
It's not nigga Black, West Side Act, just chilling. Had a day off.
His signal bad.
And I just wanted to freestyle on Friday with the guys. Yeah.
There we go. Well, we just in here chopping it up. Right now, what was we just talking about, you guys?
That
Hey,
fake
D.
ass fight.
D. Hey, speaking
Okay,
of
yeah, we
fight,
was just talking about the Floyd Mayweather Mike Tyson fight coming up. You know, so give us
And
your opinion
Clarissa
on that, man.
tomorrow.
That's
I know
Sunday.
you not
I'll
really
be
too
there
much of a
Sunday.
fight
Hey,
fan, but give us your
wait.
opinion on this
Hold on,
exhibition. What
wait.
do you think the outcome going to be with this upcoming fight with Mike Tyson and Mayweather
Floyd Mayweather?
and Mike Tyson? So, are you familiar? So, you haven't heard of the fight yet, then, right?
Man, dude, you know, I watch old DVD movies, man. I'm out to look like a mud. But you said Floyd Mayweather and Mike Tyson is supposed to
Yeah,
be
they signed the contract where they getting ready to fight. You know, but yeah, just listen in. You'll hear. But BJ3, finish giving us your thoughts on this exhibition that's getting ready to come up. You know, and then Black, you can come back in and just give us your thoughts on what you think.
It's an exhibition. It's some real fights coming on tomorrow night. We got Ryan the headliner, but I'm looking for the other card. You got Ghost.
Did he hear
you? You breaking up, BJ3?
I said there's some real fights coming on tomorrow night.
Yeah, I can't hear him if he talking.
yeah, I can hear him now.
Yeah, go ahead,
But while
BJ3.
BJ getting his mic together, speaking of real fights, my dad just sent me a
I can't hear
recording
E
that he
either. I see
had.
E-mouth moving. I can't hear him either.
That's you then.
So while
Can
we on
y'all
this
hear me?
small commercial
I hear
break,
you, E. I hear
I'ma
everybody.
just
All right, go ahead, BJ3. Go ahead. Hold on, Easkeezy. Let
Go
BJ3
ahead.
finish saying he was saying it. Then you can come back in, Easkeezy.
No, I'm just saying there's some real fights coming on tomorrow night. We got Africa fighting. We got Ghost fighting.
I can't hear him, cuz.
And Gary Russell Jr. fighting. So it's some good
Okay, I'm
fights.
BJ3. Come back out. Come Come back in because we can't hear you.
I can hear him.
I can too.
I don't hear him
Okay,
at
well,
all.
okay. Well, just, you
I
know what?
don't
It
hear
might
him
be
at
your
all.
I
end,
heard
Black.
him clearly.
But no,
No,
BJ3 was
no.
saying we got some great fights
No,
coming up
I
tomorrow.
can
So if you
hear
guys
you.
are
Am I
fight
doing
fans,
something wrong?
definitely tune in for the fights tomorrow. But go ahead, Skeezy.
I was saying my pop sent me a reel that he had me and John Sally getting ready to argue in the middle of Cobo Hall. And this was had
Okay.
to be 2006. And to this day,
Right.
my old lady watch him on Baddies Reunion. I can't stand the sight of him. But your girl Krishan, she trying to fight too. From Baddies. She
Who,
Oh
finna be a
Krishan?
yeah.
professional fight.
Yeah. I think she
Okay,
gonna
okay.
do
Well,
good in
she's
it
definitely
though.
athletic, you know, but
Yeah.
I
She
don't think
played
she really want to get
football.
in there with them
Shit.
real girls and throw them hands.
I
You
don't
know,
know,
what you
cause
think
she
about
can
that
throw them hands.
Wheels on? What you think about that Wheels on 2?
I ain't even answering you because you just said the
I
wrong
mean,
thing.
what you think about that Heels
Heels
on
on
2?
wheels. Heels on 2s and 3s,
No,
baby.
it's Heels on 2. My bad. What do you think about that Heels on 2? Do you think Krishan Rock
Heels
can
on
actually
2s
get in
and
there
3s.
and throw them hands with the real competition?
Listen, I watch Baddies faithfully, unfortunately, and I know I'm probably too old to be doing so. But when I tell you that little girl, her and her sister both got hands. And you know, she played football too. She has great potential to be a
Yeah,
really good
she's very
boxer
athletic.
with some training.
The $1 Million Baby though is Big
I
Lex.
agree.
Somebody made a comment.
Now
I
that's
don't
the
know if
$1 Million
he's trying to be
Baby,
racist or
Big
not, but he
Lex.
said, "You guys, where do I get the white
Oh
hoods
man, she need to get
and
in the
cloak
ring
sets?"
with
So I
that
don't know if
leak.
he's talking
He
about
said
talking to
what?
you,
Big Lex from Baddies.
He said what?
Heels on 2.
What'd he
You know,
say?
maybe I don't know if look at
I
that
said
comment.
Big
I don't know if he
Lex.
referring to you. Where do we get white hoods and cloaks at? You know, but this may be a racist comment. This motherfucker don't put in there. So I don't
Let
know if
me
y'all can
see.
see the
Hold
comments,
on.
but I need for you guys to like,
So
comment,
who can't
subscribe, and,
hear who?
and share. You know, definitely hit your that subscribe button on your way in, and make sure that you share this content. It helps the channel grow. You know, but
He said
go ahead,
what?
Skeezy, finish elaborating on what you were talking about. He said, "Oh, wrong
I'm finna
shit."
go out and come back in.
Okay. You know, but look, man, I just want to come in and chop it up. You know, it's been an hour and 37 minutes we've been on here. You know, so you
Not
know,
the white hood. Hold on. Fuck all that. Not the
you
white
see that? Yeah.
hoods and the
Yeah, so he
cloaks.
just
Hey,
that's
he
just a
clickbait.
motherfucker
He clickbait
what you
because
call that? He
if
just
you
trolling.
ignore it,
So you got a
he
lot of
gets no
trolls that come through here
notoriety.
and make
Don't even
racist
acknowledge it.
comments.
Don't
Wow.
acknowledge it because he won't get notoriety if we don't
Yeah,
acknowledge it.
no,
He
I know.
clickbait.
Normally, I don't acknowledge it, but at first, I thought it had something to do with some of
The
the merch
clothing.
that Cuz was trying to sell. But once I looked at it, I'm like, okay, this motherfucker just made a racist comment, so he being an asshole. So I'm gonna remove that. But no, man, you know, I just want to come in and touch bases a little bit, talk about the whole situation with the young man who was hung down there in Marietta, Georgia. You know, we talked a little bit about the Ray J situation. You know, to me, it just sounds like, you know, it's just all for likes and clicks. You know, so you know, at the end of the day, man, you know, Black, let everybody know, the comedian Black, let everybody know what you got going on, man, and where they can reach you.
Well, right now we got the movie premiere.
I was doing the last house at my house.
I'm about to watch the
No, not
movie.
you, Black, not you, Black. Hold on, Black. The other Black. Go ahead, the comedian Black. Go ahead, Black.
We got the premiere coming up March 11th. Operation Get Money, produced by DNZ Films. That's Dank is in. They Detroit producers, writers, directors, awesome dudes. They cool cats. Gave me an opportunity. I've been rocking with them for a while, man. They also did Always Consequences.
Y'all
So
Right.
we've been rocking for a minute. So I'm getting ready to put a show together. Probably I'm gonna hit the punchline. I'm gonna step back on
okay.
the stage. But
Can y'all still hear each other?
yeah. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what
Oh,
I'm
I
gonna
thought
put it.
y'all was waiting on Black the comedian. Where he at?
I'm
You
right here. You
talking
can't
now?
see
Go
me?
ahead.
Can you hear me, cuz?
I can't hear him.
I hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, so it's like that because I can't hear E and I can't hear
You
B3.
can't
I
hear
can't hear
me?
them, but I'm gonna
I
type those
can't
things
hear
in the comments.
nobody talking.
Yeah, just
I
look,
can't hear.
type your movies
I
in the
can't
comments,
hear.
man. Let everybody know
I
where they
can't
can
hear.
reach you, and we'll just end it like that.
I can't
Yeah,
hear.
well, yeah, I'm gonna type that in. But for the people that
I
can't hear
can't
me,
hear.
Instagram is Black Every
I'm
Day.
hanging up.
My
Thank
Facebook
you
is
I
guys.
can
Have a
hear
You
him.
gotta do sign
Andrew
language.
Calhoun. I do comedy. Got a couple movies coming out. So just
okay.
stay tuned. If you follow my page, you will see everything you got to see. But I'm gonna hit the punchline in like a month or two. I'm trying to put a show together and come back out there. But pretty much right now, I'm just working the night oil, trying to provide for my family, be the best version of me. That's what I'm doing right now.
Okay. Well, look, hey, definitely make sure y'all go out there and support Black Man. Like I said, he's going to list, past and present movies, and he, like I said, he got a new movie that's getting ready to come out. So definitely make sure that you that you back him up and get behind him and everything that he do. So definitely we're gonna have you come back on here, before the movie come back out, and talk a little bit more in depth about the movie itself. But E Skeezy, let everybody know what you got going on, man, where they can reach you.
Yo, you can find me at work doing what I do, chasing that bag. You feel me? On the What Up Though show, Freestyle Friday, with your boy Dame D. You know what I'm saying? You see my album finna drop whenever I drop it. Nah, I ain't dropping no album, but I might come back like all the old school doing. You feel me? It's about that time. I'm finna get back in the studio.
Okay, that's what's up. Black, the original Black. He just came back to the stage, man. Look, you came in a little late. Let everybody know what you got going on, man, and where they can reach you. Okay, well, look like he having some technical difficulties too. I want to apologize. Look like we were having a few technical difficulties with everybody today. Real Talk with Big Dave, you still there, man?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, look, let everybody know where they can reach you, man. Let everybody know what you got going on.
Yeah, I got a podcast. You can reach me on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Real Talk with WIT, Big Dave. You can reach me on Facebook, Big Dave Crawford, Real Talk.
Okay. And look, man, I want to thank everybody who came on the show today. Looked like BJ3 came, stepped out, but definitely get with BJ3. He's one of the best financial planners out there, on the West Coast. So get with him if you need any questions or you have any answers about anything with that has to do with financial or life insurance, and make sure you also get with Black the Comedian, man. He got shows getting ready to come up. Like I said, we're going to bring him back on the show and have just a solo time with him and get a little bit more in depth on what it is that he do and then talk a little bit more about the shows. And I also want to thank Heels on 2. I want to apologize again, my baby, for mixing for not getting it correct on the first time. Like I said, I had a few margaritas, so I'm a little tipsy tonight, but definitely make sure that y'all get over there, over there on her wheel site, Heels on 2. She has merch for women that has to women who ride bikes. So definitely get over there and get with her, and back her up, but I don't have anything else to add. I want to thank everybody for coming on the show. It was definitely a good conversation. This is how we do it on Freestyle Friday. It's no Pacific conversations. We just talk about a little bit of this, a little bit of that. It was a good show. It was a good conversation. It was good fun. I want to thank everybody for coming on the show. It's been another one. It's your boy Dame D, and I am out. Peace.
All right, let's get it.
Let's get it.